Hello everyone, welcome back, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Debbie. Welcome to my channel. I make art videos. I was filming a holiday gift guide for you all, and it ended up being a little bit too long. I had a lot to say about the art materials, so I've broken this down into a series. I hope that this series helps demystify some art materials for you, gives you some ideas of what to look for when you're heading to the art supply store, and also maybe gives you an idea of a thing or two to put on your Christmas list or to gift to a friend. So without further ado, here we go. This is the pen and ink guide. So let's talk inking supplies. I have a bunch of inks, but some of them are new to me and I'm testing them out, but I'll mention the ones that I would recommend. So this is my recent go-to, and I use it when I'm doing ink with watercolor wash because it's guaranteed waterproof. I still let it dry overnight because I'm just paranoid about ink leaking or bleeding. So this is the Dr. Martens Black Star. It's a gooder. It's a little bit on the thick side. This is acrylic ink, and if you want to do painting, sort of like watercolor with ink, this is a cool medium. You can also airbrush with it. That's why I bought it, but it's pretty versatile. It's interesting. It's sort of like a liquid watercolor if you've seen those. I think it's Royal Talents has one called Ecoline, and that one's also very popular. There's some really cool colors. The only thing is that if you are going to use this with a nib, make sure that you clean your nib well, because it is acrylic and that will harden on your nib, and once that happens, it's very hard to clean without destroying your nib. Winsor Newton also makes a lot of fun colors of ink, and they're very nice and flowy, and they're good to use with a nib. This is another widely available and very good option, and it's on the more affordable side. You can get a big guy like this. It will last you forever. But yeah, Speedball ink. So now, what tools do you use to use this ink? I like these kind of classic dip pens. And if you draw fine, I would go for something like this. There's a variety of different brands, depends on where you live. In North America, Speedball is more widely available. And this kind of nib is very fine. You can make very fine points, and it's flexible, and it's really nice for drawing. This would create a thicker line weight. It's also less finicky, and this kind of nib tends to last longer because these ones, because they're so fine and flexible, they sometimes get bent out of shape. If you're a bit more heavy-handed, I would recommend something like this. I use both of these nibs. Like, this is my preferred, but I use both of them. And then this is a mega tool. This is something really nice, and it would be an amazing gift. It is the Winsor Newton Series 7 Sable brush. It is a watercolor brush, but it is amazing for inking. So I usually use size 1, but I think up to size 3 would be a good inking brush. And I think that these are fabulous brushes. I learned about them from my husband, who is a comic book artist, and he uses these religiously. They are on the pricey side. It's a bit of an investment, but it'll last a long time if you take care of it. So make sure you clean it out after each use. This will allow you to do heavier, more expressive lines, as well as more coverage. Something I would maybe steer clear of is sets like this. If you're new to inking with dip pens, then maybe you want to try a starter pack. I know Speedball sells starter packs as well that come with a holder, because often those are sold separately, and then a few different nibs. But just so you know, nibs like this are more for calligraphy. I mean, if you want to try lettering, then that's cool, but often in those sets I find that you get calligraphy nibs, and if you're not interested in doing calligraphy, then I would stick to just getting individual drawing nibs. So the last thing I'll mention when it comes to ink is fountain pens. There are a lot of fountain pens out on the market. Most of them are great, and it all depends on what's available in your market. Over here where I live, the Japanese brands are not as widely available, but I know they carry Lamy on Amazon, and a lot of stationery stores have them, and some art supply stores do too. This is a very nice gift to receive, and also a nice thing to give to yourself. It's also just a very nice tool, but just keep in mind there is special ink for fountain pens. So don't go putting that other ink into this pen, because you'll regret it. It'll get clogged up and it won't flow, and you'll have to clean it out. Fountain pen ink is more fluid than dip pen ink. Just keep that in mind if you're purchasing a fountain pen. So let's talk pens. There are tons of pens out there. These are some of the ones that I have used and I think I could recommend to you. So, as far as just like drawing with pens, and you want something that is kind of the pen version of a dip pen, I like these two. These are really juicy and they're fun to draw with. This is the Pilot High Tech. I like the 0.5 and the 0.7. Very liquidy. This is the Muji pen. They make a 0.38 and they also make a 0.5, and you can buy refills for this, so that's great. So when this guy runs out, you can just reload him. Muji sells packs of refills at their shop and on their website. Their stationery section is actually great, and these pens are really fun to draw with. Now, if you're going to be doing anything that is layered with other media and you're going to use water, these are two good options. So this is the Sakura Micron, and you can get various different sizes. And this is the Uniball, I guess Unipin. And these ones have felt tips like that. They do get wear, but I find that these last a really long time. Now, there's also brush pens. And this is like the ever beloved Pentel brush pen. My husband uses this a lot, and I like it too. They have them in different colors. You can also reuse these. Like the brush itself, like the tip is really cool, and you could use it as a dip brush once the pen ink is run its course. And then Tombow makes a variety of different brush pens like this, and they're made for calligraphy, but I find they're very fun to draw with, and you can usually find them in art stores as well. Now, something that would make a cool little bundle for yourself or somebody else is a pen of your choosing, a toned sketchbook of your choosing, and either a Jelly Roll white pen or a Posca white marker. This is like a really fun sketchbook combination. For example, this is like a page I did with that and a pencil, but most people have a pencil. And it's really fun to just like draw with a pen. It's a really fun way to sketch, and also if you've never tried toned paper, that's a really good like little entry point and a fun combination to get you going. So there's another page, for example, I added some pencil crayon, but like it's basically pen with the white highlights and then some pencil crayon. I think it would be a great gift to give to yourself or somebody else. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you'll check out the other videos in the series. Until then, keep drawing.